Welcome back to the YouTube. Excited to be back. I haven't uploaded in a little bit. I apologize for that, but I have just finished my semester at school, so I have a bit more time to upload, and I've decided to commit to uploading at least a couple days a week over the summer. So, especially with 1.6 coming out in the next couple weeks, expect a good amount of content on that. So if you enjoy the video, make sure to like, subscribe, check me out on Twitch. I'm going to be streaming as well a decent amount over the summer, twitch.tv/ImWangle. But today I have a Morigesh game for you, and it's a banger. It's, you know, a banger in we do really well, because this character is really good, and it's pretty cringe, to be honest. I might regret making this video because it means I'm going to be seeing more Morigeshes in my game, but this character is extremely good right now, and if you have the correct build, which is why I wanted to make this video, is because I see a lot of people building the wrong stuff on her, then she is a problem. So enjoy the video, enjoy the build, and hope to see you again soon. Yo, welcome back.
I feel it in my
game's
bones.
lagging a little bit. Jesus. All right, we are Morigeshing it up today in the mid lane. I wanted to make this video because I think she's... I don't think I see enough people talking about Morigesh. People in high elo are starting to really talk about it, and I see lower elo people talking about her, but I don't think people really understand the levels to which this character is just busted right now. And so I wanted to make a video because I don't see people building the correct builds on her, and I want to set the record straight. I apologize if you go against Morigesh that builds the way I build this game. Have fun. But anyways, we're going to get into this. We're against an Iggy, not exactly the best Morigesh matchup. It's pretty difficult to deal with his turrets. I like to start with my Q. Give me a little bit of wave clear, lets me poke a little bit. If he, you know, decides to walk up, or I probably will look to trade with him a little bit at the end of this wave. Get this minion, get this last hit, and then we're going to walk at him. We're going to hit a little bit of autos, get the Q on there for the slow, and then we're going to keep autoing because it keeps our passive going on him, so he'll burn for longer the more we auto. And that is going to be it. Already got a health potion out of this Iggy. Bro, I'm actually so scanned. I apologize. I wanted to put some chill lo-fi on, chill non-copyrighted lo-fi on in the background, but I don't have YouTube Premium. So an ad started playing, and I'm just going to pause it and turn it off. We're just going to go no background audio for this. That is so awesome. Anyways, we're going to take our mark level 2, and then I'm going to walk up here for a little bit of a trade. He's going to place his turrets. That is going to be it for me. My Feng Mao is going to go in. I kite towards my Feng Mao whenever I have a fight going on. I probably could have activated a potion earlier, and it would have been a lot less scary, because potions no longer scale with level, as of a couple patches ago, but it's fine. We're good. I'm going to activate the other potion, and we heal up quite a lot on this Morigesh character. So, and now we're just going to run straight at the Iggy, get the slow at him, walk through with our E, and that's going to be first blood. The Feng Mao came back with the regank. I think he would have been dead either way. And now we're going to push this wave in. Just a little bit. Use our mark for that. And then I think we're pretty high HP still. So I might maybe try and make something happen in this left lane here. We're going to upgrade our mark first, and I'll explain why in a second. But basically, it's going to give us a lot of healing and a lot of uptime with the build we are doing. I think we're just going to look for this Morn, since he is the easier target to reach. Going to run through him with our E here, get another mark, get another auto attack, maybe 2. Not quite able to get the kill. Unfortunate. Throw a little bomb so that my team is able to push in this wave a little quicker. Not going to take any of the minions, though. We're respectful like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to build the OP item. And the OP item on Morigesh is Lifebinder. And if you're not building Lifebinder first on Morigesh, your mind has not opened to the possibilities of being Giga OP and auto-winning the game at one item. That might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but this item is so insane on this character. Missed a minion, nice. That it's insane to me that this build is allowed. Like, why is this a thing? So if you don't know, Morigesh is marked as of, I think, 1.4 when they did all the reworks. Now heals her alongside her E, healing her. So you have two abilities that heal you, and the way that healing works in Predecessor, or at least lifesteal works in Predecessor, is it heals more if you use a single target ability. So magical lifesteal, if you were to have like a Gideon Rock, I believe the magical lifesteal would be a third of what the actual number. So like if you have 9 magical lifesteal, if you had an AoE ability like a Gideon Rock, I think you'd heal for 3% of the damage dealt, is how it works. But for single target abilities, you would get the full 9%. A way to balance not getting insanely overhealed on AoE characters with magical lifesteal. I think it's fine. But what this means is that Morigesh has 3 abilities that are single target. So she heals a lot when she gets magical lifesteal. She has a lot of ways to proc magical lifesteal. I'm going to use my bomb on the turrets. If I get the turrets gone, then I can use my E through the wave here, get the mark on him. We're going to get the walk through him as well, get another auto attack. And we have a good trade. And you might think that I'm a little low HP here, but if I use my mark on the wave, I heal quite a lot. I just mark the wave a couple times, activate that health potion. I can walk through this wave as well. Missed the Q, unfortunately, but we're basically fighting in a full minion wave and an Iggy turret, and he's not really doing much damage to me. I think I was going to TP out of there. Greystone's coming. And it obviously gets a lot bigger. There's a lot more lifesteal that we get at a full Lifebinder build. We don't have a ton yet. Gonna do a little trade there onto the Iggy. A good, nice chunk of healing. He walks up here. I still have my E to walk at him. I'm gonna walk up here, stop his base a little bit. Means I get to hold this wave at the edge of my tower. He's going to lose a whole minion wave for this recall if he goes for it. He understands that. And I might do something a little mean here. I'm just going to ult him to stop his base. And now he's significantly lower HP. I get to walk at him. We get the slow on him. I'm going to flash out of his turret range. And we're going to pick up that kill on the Iggy. A little bit of a mind control, where he didn't want to leave the wave there. It's a little bit mean, but we're now 2 kills up in this lane. I'm going to wait for my E to come back up. It's going to heal us a lot, so it's a little bit less dangerous to push this wave in. Get this Q. We just want to shove this in before the Iggy gets back up. Someone tried to tell me to go Emax second with this build. You can. I don't think it's optimal, to be honest. I think you can do a lot more damage with Q max second. But you max the mark first, because the mark's going to heal you the most. It is very spammable. It is very good for healing you. We can see every time I use it, it's 84 HP on top of our now fully built Lifebinder, which is 12% magical lifesteal. That when we get lower HP gives us even more magical lifesteal, up to, I think, 21% is what the max is. So if we have up to 21% magical lifesteal, plus the base healing on it, and then the same thing applies to our E, you're kind of seeing why that this build is so insane. Because you're also getting the full effect of the 21%, so 21% of 170. You're looking to be healing for like 125 or more. I think I was able to get a kill here. I'm going to rotate to this. The Greystone is able to pick up the kill on my Feng Mao. I don't think there's anything I can do here. I'm just going to get out. One thing, another thing about Morigesh is I think Greystone is one of the best characters in the game right now, and I think Morigesh is one of the few things that actually is really good into it. Just because of the amount that you can kite it with your E, with the healing that you have, and with your slow on your bomb, because the slow on your bomb is like 50%, which is really silly. Okay, we actually just gave it to the Iggy, I guess. We're going to do a little bit of a trade. and the Greystone's going to jump on me. I'm extremely slow right now, but so is the Greystone, and we are just able to walk out of that. That Grux Bull is not going to hit me. And that's the other thing about Morigesh is she's super hard to game. If she can heal this much, like, Morigesh's biggest vice is CC. And if they don't have a high CC team, this character just does everything that you need it to do. The Iggy's going to go down. The Grux is going to go down. I wasn't even needed for any of those. Crazy. Good job, team. Wukong Gaming. Feng Mao Gaming. I do still have Mark on the Greystone if my team is able to find him. But, you know, we're a little bit lower on mana. I might just reset here. Gonna get these turrets for a little bit of extra gold, but we have Crest at base. And the next thing we are going to go is Megacosm, because Megacosm is the default. You just kind of need it on Morigesh, especially into this team comp. The Iggy's going a health item first with Tainted, but more importantly, they have a tank Morin, they have a Greystone that's building HP, and they have a Grux. And the Grux is going to start building HP probably after that Sky Splitter. So we're going to walk in here, walk at the Iggy, and we're going to extend this trade, actually. I have my Crest, and my Crest gives me a lot more healing. The Iggy is going to do that, and we are just going to eat it all and heal up. We don't care. Doesn't matter how low you get. You get a mark off, you get your E off, and you'll just heal a shit ton. I have not even used a health potion. We're already back to half HP, and we will keep healing up. And that's like I could have definitely played that fight better, but the thing is, like, you don't actually have to with this build.
I will take it.
Like, you can just eat a lot that they throw at you. And obviously, if I was to get, you know, locked down with CC by a Morn in a fight or by the Grux, then that is when I'm going to have issues. And so that's what I have to play for in these upcoming fights, is to dodge all those types of CC. We might look for a roam here onto left side. Fangtooth just spawned, so even if we don't, we definitely can at least play for that Fangtooth. Or maybe I'll just look to trade with this Iggy if he walks up. Be a little bit of a rat. Walk at him. We're going to walk through the Greystone because it's going to give us our movement speed again. And we're just going to eat all his damage. So yeah, if you guys want a Greystone counter, because I think that character is extremely busted, Morigesh is the one. I think we can look for this play. This Twin Blast is going to walk in. I'm going to get the mark on him and then walk back. Morn's going to pull me out. I need to eat in here. And then we're going to get the ult onto the Twin Blast. We're going to die for it, unfortunately, but once we got CC'd by that Morn, once we got pulled into the three of them, I had to go forward. And it would be a lot better if I still had my Soul Bearer up. The reason that we went Soul Bearer is because when you activate it, you get movement speed, so you can kite people more, which is really good against people like the Greystone, like the Grux. But also 20% magical lifesteal, which means we can have up to 40% magical lifesteal off of one item plus Crest, which is balanced when you think about it. I think it's balanced. Very balanced.
I feel it in my
We have our Megacosm now. We will be able to do significant damage to the Greystone, to the Morn, to the Grux now. So I'm not too worried about that death. I'm 4-1. Unfortunately, they got my shutdown. I don't know who got it. The Morn did. Okay, so pretty good. That's kind of who you want to have. Usually if a support gets a shutdown, that's oftentimes the best person to give your shutdown to. We're going to walk up here. This tower is going to fall. We're going to be getting our local gold. Thank you very much. And we're going to be walking away. Another river buff. We have our ult back up. We could look to play on this left lane again if they show in the next couple seconds. They did just see me. Dodge the pole. Get another mark. I'm just going to make this Morn regret his life a little bit. I think he had fun. I'm going to walk forward here, actually. We get the Morn flash. And this Morn should go down in the next second or two. If we really need to, we'll use our mark, or we'll use our ult, but I guess I'm up here and I'm boxing the Twin Blast now. Interesting. I really need to break these turrets. We use our crest. We're going to walk through the Grux. We're going to kite him out. He has CC, so I can't just ult in his face. But we're going to get that mark, and that's where he's going to go down. We're going to turn back onto this Twin Blast. Get the mark on him, and oh yeah. We're just unkillable at this point. We're walking in the enemy jungle. We're making shit happen. And we're back to full HP, just out of nowhere. I see a Greystone here on this mini prime, and I would like to get in here and fight him. Who said that you're allowed to do that? I'm a little bit low mana, so I have to keep that in mind. I'm going to slow him down a bit. Damn. If I didn't drop there, I maybe could have killed him, but I think, you know, we got enough. We got Greystone Flash, Greystone Ult. He has the mini prime, but now he doesn't have things to protect the mini prime. So if we just focus him in the next fight or two, then it shouldn't really be an issue for us. This Grux is kind of walking at me. I don't think he sees me, but if he does, I think we kill him. But next, we are going to be going for Wraith Leggings, another thing to let us kite and run through these fights. You know, if we can get more hits of our E on people, the more we can heal, the more we can kite away from the Grux and the Morn and the Greystone that really do just want to run in a straight line at us. And then we might go for something like a Dreambinder on 4 to help even more with that, which that item would be a little toxic. We're walking up to the Iggy. We're going to try and get behind him. Unfortunately, we're not, but he is going to go down anyway because my Feng Mao showed up. I wanted to try and get behind him so that when his ult finished, he would push me to where he wanted to go, but unfortunately, it didn't matter in the end. We're going to do a bit of damage here. I know there's Greystones here, but I think I win this 1v2 at this point. Getting a little poke damage onto the Morn. I'll heal up by healing off of a minion, which really cool. Really glad that we're able to do this. This character is just extremely toxic with this build. This Grux wants to fight me. I'm going to pretend that I don't see him there. And then right as we're about to walk through the wall, we're going to activate that. I'm going to wait for my E here, which is what I really need. We get our E. We walk through all of them. We heal a little bit. We're going to die to the Greystone, unfortunately, but, you know, we went for the 1v2, turned into a 2v4. It's not the worst outcome. If I had used my block, or if I had used my slow on the Greystone, I maybe could have kited it out a bit better. But I tried to go for the squishier target in the bank, which, regret. A little bit of a regrettable decision. Next, we are going to be going Dreambinder, because the thing that Dreambinder is really good against is against characters that walk a lot, that don't have a bunch of dashes. Greystone obviously has his jump, Twin Blast has his dash, but the rest of their team, you know, Grux has one, but he usually wants to use it aggressively, so most of the time, Grux is not going to have a dash. Iggy's not going to have any dashes, and Morn doesn't have any. Unfortunately, they FF. We were being a little bit of a problem, but you guys are seeing what I'm trying to do here with the Morigesh. Lifebinder first. You're able to take trades in lane. You're able to make these fights happen that you really shouldn't be able to take, but the amount of healing that you get early, up 12 to 21%, and again, 85 power, 15 ability haste, you can get another, what is that, 27 power on top of that. That's a 100 power item on first item for Morigesh. You get your crest. It's another 20% magical lifesteal and some movement speed when you use it. Like, at the power spike that you get off of that alone is so egregious. I don't know how it's allowed. We're going to check the stats here. I did 20k damage in a 17-minute game just by walking at him and fighting. And Morigesh scales pretty well because her passive does max HP damage. So you're always going to be doing a decent amount of damage in the game. But that is going to be it for this game. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.